we go. We have Cresselia, Obstagoon, and Regirock here. This is a different Ultra League team here. I think it's just a tanky team. If you're looking for a tankier team, Cresselia is just an absolute tank here. Cresselia versus Kingdra. This matchup here is favorable to Cresselia just because of how much more tankier it is, and of course it has the super effective Moon Blast. So we're gonna be able to get to this Moon Blast here. They probably won't show because they do survive it, but it has a chance to debuff, which is nice. It does a, I don't know, 70% right there. So they could definitely throw their own Outrage. The Outrage is not gonna take us out. We don't shield either. And then now it's just a matter of how much we want to farm. Here we probably should have farmed a little extra. In my mind, I thought this Grass Knot wouldn't KO, and then our additional Cycle Cuts would take it out. But they go for the Lappers there, and then we insta switch, and then they just GG quit. Looks like it was a double water in the back. First game, we win there. That's very positive for us. Let's see what's happening in the second game here. This team here cost very, very costly because Cresselia, you do need the second move, and then it's technically a legendary, and then the Regirock is also a legendary that you're gonna have to invest, you know, a bunch of Stardust. But if you want a tankier team, this is probably something that you want to pick there. Here, they had a Pidgeot here, it was kind of neutral, and then they insta-switched to Ampharos. Hindsight is 2020. I probably should have gone Obstagoon right there, but I think it's still okay. We're still okay as long as they don't have Focus Blast. Here, we know it's not Focus Blast because they didn't charge up to it, so in my mind already, I'm thinking this is okay matchup. They do have the Brutal Swing, so they're probably running Thunder Punch and Brutal Swing is what I'm thinking right now. So they're throwing all these moves fairly quickly. So we are gonna shield this first one so we can get this extra one off, because at this point, we just want damage to potentially farm down with something in the back. And I don't think I shield this because I survive it. Right? Yeah. Easy to survive, and then we don't allow them to catch a move, so we throw the move in between their Volt Switch. So that kind of... it played out. We win. We still maintain alignment. That's the most important thing. Here we have to switch out because we know that they're trying to farm us down, and we can't allow that. So we just come with our Cresselia because we know Cresselia is good against, or at least neutral against their Pidgeot, and then we already have some energy, so we can at least get to some kind of neutral move, at least is what I was thinking. And then because we have Obstagoon, we have a really good matchup with our Obstagoon versus their Trevenant, so we know we're gonna win that. But the problem is this Pidgeot. Will this Pidgeot be taken out with either a Cresselia or our Obstagoon here? We'll find out. Alright, this is interesting. They decided to try to full farm down. This is how tanky this Cresselia can be. They decided to try to go for full farm down. It allows us to get to another Moonblast. This Moonblast here, 2 Moonblasts took this Pidgeot 80%. We could have gone for a tricky play and maybe gone with the Peekaboo with the switch into the Regirock here, but we decided not to take that risk because they either have to go for Brave Bird or Feather Dance. They go for the bait, and then here they're trying to see a Pintai, which is what I anticipated. This is more likely to be the Brave Bird, and then let's see if we shield here. We do shield, which is great, and then now we're in a good position. Even though we're debuffed, this move's gonna go off. They can't really catch because their Trevenant is weak to this Obstagoon anyways. So I think we're in a good situation here. Essentially, it's a race. Can we get to 2 nice slashes before they can get to potentially 3 seed bombs. So this is their first seed bomb. They're gonna need at least 2 more because their Shadow Claws do nothing. Okay, here's their second one. It doesn't KO. Right, we survived that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're very close. They're very close to their own seed bomb. We have 2. We know they have a shield, and then we have another nice slash here. Let's see if it KOs. It is debuffed. Barely doesn't take out, but they know that they have to farm down, and that's GG's. So even though we got debuffed right there, that match is just so good for Obstagoon. It's just winning. It's just winning all the way. So even though I think we probably it's still a tricky situation, but I still think we made an okay switch with that Regirock versus their Ampharos. It ended up being okay. Okay, here we got a really good matchup. This Tapu Fini is a core breaker for our backline. Obviously really good against the Regirock. Obviously potential Moonblast versus our Obstagoon. So this Cresselia is perfectly aligned. We don't want to do anything too crazy. We go for this Grass Knot here. It does about 30 to 40%, something like that. And then here, they're staying in. We're kind of anticipating a switch. That did happen. And then, luckily, we did not waste that energy on this Giratina. So, kudos on them trying to catch. But we also were aware that them staying in that long is kind of weird. Especially since it's essentially a losing matchup. And then we were able to switch into our own Obstagoon. This is super winning. There's almost... I mean, obviously, Obstagoon resists all of the Shadow Claws, potential Shadow Sneak. It's only going to take neutral against Dragon Claws and Ancient Powers here, so we want to make sure we not only get these nice slashes off, but we want to leave this matchup with some energy. Even though it's not really going to do anything versus the Tapu Fini, just in case they do something crazy. We're able to, you know, throw something against whatever they switch into. So here, that's what we kind of overfarm. Nothing it can throw at us is going to take us out. We're not worried about a single thing here. Maybe if these were boosted Ancient Powers, maybe? Okay, so they go for the immediate switch. Maybe a potential Moonblast. But because we have such a good matchup with our Cresselia, we decide not to shield here. And this is such a winning matchup against us. And we know this is not a Moonblast because they just wasted energy to get to the Surf. We know that that's not a Moonblast. We get energy for 2 Grass Knots, then we throw the Grass Knot. We could have undercharged here, but I don't think it was necessary. We just decided to take it out. They decided to let it go. Probably going to bring back their Giratina. And we're so close to a Moonblast that we're just going to throw the Moonblast here. This is going to get a shield, or they're going to get KO'd. And they let it go. And I guess they're just putting everything on the line with Cobalion. So Cobalion here, it's a neutral matchup against the Cresselia, but this Cresselia has fairly good amount of health right now. Oh, and we get the debuff there, so this is even worse. So even if they throw a couple baits here, it's not going to be a good matchup for them. So this team, pretty tanky. Try it out if you haven't. Let us know if you want to use it, and good luck.